Open letter to President Trump. Number 2. God bless you, Mr. President, and welcome back. But this time it's gotta be about justice. It can't just be economics. It can't just be financial. It can't be about all these good and wonderful things which make America a better place. But without justice, it's impossible to secure and safeguard all the progress that you've made. Because when you called in that first interview, the mainstream media interview, they were trying to nail you down to get your commitment to not prosecute people who had done wrong. And you called Hillary Clinton and her group good. You said these are good people. That's what you said. And I understand, we gotta think positive and so on. But all it takes for evil to prosper is for good people to do nothing. And it's showing now. Now they're in charge. They don't believe all that stuff. They don't believe that you're a good person. They don't hand you this, they don't give you the same benefit of the doubt. They don't share your largesse. They don't share your nobleness. They don't share any of that. They don't share a thought of mercy and compassion and empathy. They don't share any of that. They're vicious vipers. And so here we are. They're on the in and you're on the out. And I know you're a stable genius, and God will help you to figure this out. And get them on the outs and you on the in. And you're on the inside. But God's throne is established in justice. It's established on justice. That's what the Bible says. The Bible also says, not doing justice is the same as doing injustice. So because you didn't do justice, you didn't pursue justice, now America and the world is prey in the hands of violent, radical, bloodthirsty criminals who pretend that they're falling up the stairs to distract people from the death and destruction that they're planning and wreaking around the world, and giving cover to wicked people like themselves to hurry up and help them destroy the world. But that's on you, Mr. President, because you did nothing. You appointed people, but you didn't appoint yourself to seek justice. The Bible says that a wise king scatters the wicked and grinds the wheel over them. That's what a wise king does. That's what a stable genius king does. You assumed that all will be well. You assumed there will be a 2024. They are writing laws as fast as they can to federalize elections and to make sure that nobody but them ever held office. We'd just be like Cuba, one party rule forever, or like Venezuela, or like China, where power never changes hands. And they are in the process of carrying that out, all because you didn't scatter the poor. You didn't scatter the wicked and grind the wheel over them. You elevated the poor. You helped the poor. You blessed the poor. The poor are doing better. But you didn't scatter the wicked. You didn't scatter the criminals. You thought they were just playing political games. No, they were out to destroy you. And they were out to destroy the United States of America as we know it. Their plan was simple and is simple, to take over and subdue and subjugate the United States of America under socialist, communist, anarchist tyranny, and crush Americans under their boots. That's their plan, their one and only plan. And they will kill 80 million Americans to make it happen. No number of deaths is enough for them. That is why you, Mr. President, cannot disappear. That's why you have to get back in office. I pray you do, because you failed the first time. Because you said you did a lot of great things, the greatest great things ever, but you did not secure it with justice. You brought so much treasure in the house, but you left the box open. You left the front door wide open. You left the back door wide open. And now the rabid criminals are let loose to destroy what you have built in 4 years. Because you didn't seek justice. Next time, appoint independent prosecutors by the dozens. Give each of them, make each of them just like a, deputy, undersecretary, deputy, whatever, acting something. And tell them, you got 24 hours to impress me. It's not like all the information is not out there. Tell them, you've got 24 hours to impress me. After that, you've got another 24 hours. If they impress you tremendously in the first week, they get another week or another day. Don't let them, just run the clock down like they did last time, like they did this time. Don't let them run the clock down on you while you helplessly complained. Nobody wants to hear, you know, you're complaining. You've been hurt horribly. And I'm sorry, forgive me. But if you don't do justice, if you don't make them accountable, if you don't make them pay a price, a weighty price for all the evils they have done, not just to you, but to the whole country, to the world, in fact, then nobody wants to hear how they have done horrible things to you. In fact, the best way to not have to complain about that is to make sure that they are held accountable and prosecuted to the highest extent of the law until they're all sitting in maximum security prison and or some of them being executed for their crimes. And that's got to be done. That's job one. All the way up to the mainstream media titans. They've got to be brought to justice as well. Because otherwise, none of the good works you've done matters. Because it'll look like you just wasted your time. May God bless you, Mr. President. And make you strong and able to read the book of Proverbs. And see what other kings have done. And see what the proper conduct of a king is regarding justice. So that's about it. We'll pick this up again later, sir, because we have to address social security. Because social security was passed into law while making sure that blacks who have a lower life expectancy will never be able to fully enjoy it. Because at a life expectancy of 66, the average black will pass away at 65 or 62. The average black man. So why not make Social Security willable? Make it willable for minorities. Make it willable for black people. Make it willable for those who have, been demonstrated to have the lowest lifespan. And then from there you can expand it to the entire nation. And make it willable. So somebody doesn't just put all that money into the system, and then when they pass away, then their children get to they have to start again from square one because they were not elevated by the work that their father earned. The retirement that their father earned or their mother. That if black people can inherit what the wealth from Social Security and change it, make it investment grade, not just 2% a year. That's a way. It's a way to keep people impoverished and make sure that they never rise. You've got to fix that, sir. Make it so that it's investment grade. Maybe instead of 2%, it's 4%, 6%, 8%, whatever. Make sure that black people can collect that money as an inheritance, not in small, like, $600 or $500 or $1,000. I mean, it can be set up like that, but it should be that they earn the inheritance and maybe couple of hundred, $500,000, whatever that person has worked for, however much it has grown over 10, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. Maybe a million, couple of million. And then when they pass away, their family don't have to start from square one. Now they can rise. They can begin to be elevated. They can come out from the doldrums. They can come out from low the bar. And they can rise up. And they can stand on the shoulders of their fathers and mothers instead of trying to eke out a meager existence because it's being denied them. By the democratic, socialist ideas of the Democratic Party. God bless you, sir.